Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. Today we're going to do one of our little one-page wonders for our Try It Thursday. And this is just a little tiny notebook. It's probably 4 by 6, and I just used notepad paper inside of here and cut up one sheet of 12 by 12 to make this. Okay, and I think we can do this together. So let's grab some paper and give this a try. So this is just a simple little project that we can all do for our Try It Thursday. Alright, I'm going to grab some paper, cut it down, and show you exactly what I did to make this. I'll be right back. So this right here is just one of my very old paper packs. Don't even know when or where I got it. This is, I'm talking old, like late 90s, early 2000s. And I've just been pulling sheets one by one out of here. There's several different patterns, 3 pages of each, and I've just been pulling pages out of here to make various projects. And this is single-sided paper, so if you have single-sided paper, great. If you have double-sided paper, you can still do this project. It really doesn't matter. But this is cardstock weight, not very heavy, so you know, it's not the thickest paper of all, but it is cardstock weight paper that I'm using, and I cut them down into 4-inch strips of paper. So I went from this 12 by 12 to this right here. These are just 3 strips of 4 by 12 pieces of paper, and all I really want to do at this point is score it, fold it, cut it like you know, my corners, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's really simple. So I'm gonna grab my large scoreboard right here, and all we're going to do is I'm gonna score them one at a time. I'm gonna score at 6. Hang on, let me find my, oh, here's my score tool. I'm going to score at 5.5, 6, and 6.5. Okay, and I'm going to do that for each one of these individually. So 5.5, 6, and 6.5. 5.5, 6, and 6.5. Okay. And that's all the scoring that we'll need. So I'm going to take each one of these and fold them on the 6-inch score mark. And I'm going to fold each one back on the 1/2-inch score mark that we made. So now this becomes our little spine right here. So I'm going to do that to each one of them. And I'm just going to bone fold them down. So get a nice tight crease on each one of them. Okay. And then I'm just going to stack them one on top of each other with their spines aligned. Okay, so there's that. Pretty simple so far. If you don't have a 4 by 6 notepad, you can always pick one up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. This has 50 sheets in it, and I've been using this for quite some time. You can see I've been ripping pages out of here to make various projects. So I'm just going to grab about maybe 12 to 16 sheets of paper, and I'm going to put probably 3 or 4 sheets in each section. So that's 12. Yeah, I think that's plenty. I mean, it's a mini note, it's a mini journal, not you know, the rise and fall of the tide. So I'm just going to make sure that they fit inside of the booklet just by tucking them into the spine, and I'm just varying the locations of them where I place it. So there's no rhyme or reason other than maybe one in each section, that would be useful. But really, the choice is yours. The decision for making this is totally yours, right? So all I'm really doing at this point is making sure that everything is aligned, tucked in nice and tight. And now we have what really almost looks like this already. Except for a few decorations, we're almost there, guys, right? So here is my cover. And I'm just going to tuck the second page right up against it. Here, oops. Here is my little notepad. I'm going to tuck that in there. Here is my other page. Tuck that up in there. Another piece of notepad tucked in there. And I'm going to tuck one more stack of notepads right back here. Okay. Just using my bone folder to get all those pages down inside the crease. And you can also use large paper clips to hold this together. But what we really want to do is just get everything nice and aligned. And then we're going to just cut off the excess off the edges. So there may be some at the top here, but there's definitely going to be some on this edge over here. So I'm just going to line it up nice and tight. Make sure that everybody's happy in there. And I'm just going to use my metal ruler and my knife. And I'm just going to cut away whatever is overhanging away from the first page. So you don't want to cut your first page because that's your cover. You want to cut everything else that's sticking out to the right. And I'm just using my Fiskar's craft knife, and there's that. Okay, nice and easy. Everything is still happy. So again, you may want to cut off what is hanging off at the top of your journal if you can't get everything tucked down in there. But I think I'm gonna leave mine. Yep, I'm just gonna leave mine. Not going to worry about what's hanging off on the edge over here because it really isn't that much, and I don't think my knife will get that close to it. So next we want to punch our holes into the spine here to what do you call to stitch the book together, right? So I am just going to bring in my giant crocodile, and I'm just going to put 3 marks on my paper on the cover, and I'll tell you the spots that I put the marks. I put one at 1.5. I'm sorry, I put one at 1/2 inch, 2, and then 3.5. So 1/2 inch, 2, and then 3.5, and I'll bring that back into frame so you can see it. So there are my 3 marks right there for my for binding my book. And I'm using my large crocodile, but I'm using the 1/8 of an inch hole punch. So there's one. There's the second, and my third and final hole is going to go right about there. And I kept it all in the spine. Okay. All right. Let me just clear up some of this mess, and I will be right back. All right. So I'm just going to use my large paper clips to hold it together while I bind the notebook. And I'm going to do something different. My notebook's going to open this way, right? Just as the other one did. So here's my prototype. Okay, and I'm just going to use some rickrack to bind it. The standard binding is 3 times the height of the actual book that you're making, and if you have a needle that's big enough to take some rickrack, then go for it. If not, Also, you have to make sure that your needle can fit through your holes that you've made. And I do have a needle here that can thread my rickrack for me. And you can always use wax thread or what have you. You don't have to use anything special. I think the previous one I didn't even use wax thread. It was unwaxed. So yeah, you can just use whatever you like to thread this, to bind this book. But if you're using something special like rickrack, as I'm using here, you really want to make sure that all of your the rickrack is nice and even and untwisted and straightened out once you're done, right? So I will go through and make sure that all of that is nice and flat and pretty right before I'm done. And there's my last thread through. And now is when you want to make sure that everything is looking good, even, and flat, so that you can tie this up into your bow or your knot, whichever you prefer, bow or knot, either one will work. And this is gold rickrack. I'm sure if I was using fabric rickrack, it would be a lot less stiff. So yeah, this is a little bit more difficult, but you still want to make sure that everything is even and nice and tight but not tearing, because you don't want to tear your pages at the holes. And I'm just going to tie this in a little tiny bow if it will allow me to. And there we have that. Now, of course, on my prototype, I did use a background stamp to make this pretty design on the cover. And you can do that prior to punching your holes if you want to, but I think for just demonstration purposes, I'm not going to do too much crazy on the front. I think this gold is just so pretty, and yeah, you don't have to do much. It's already where it needs to be as far as decorated is concerned. I'm going to remove my giant paper clips from holding the book together, and I made this little, it's just a little book plate. It's just some scrap paper, guys. Scrap paper. I put some ribbon across the front of it, some of that gold rickrack, some gold brads, or what are these? Yeah, brads, right? Put some gold brads on there to look like a book plate, and I put a little die cut butterfly on there. And I think I can make my journal go this way or this way. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. The design is yours. You can make it go whichever direction you like. And of course, if it goes this way, it's a book. This way, it's a notepad, right? So I'm just going to figure out where I want to place my book plate. I think that looks so cute. So I think my book plate will go right about there. This way, if I did want to do something down here, I can. But I still need to decorate my corners. So I have this Fiskars corner decorator. It's called Lace. So if you ever come across it at any of the craft stores, these are the patterns that you will get from this one. So there's that. And let me place it down so you can see. There's that. And there's that. So you have 3 different patterns from one punch. And I don't know. Let's see, which one do you think I should go with? So I can put that on the corners of each. I can place this on the corner. Or I can place this on the corner. Or I can go back with my Bear Boss. This was a gift, and put this on the corner of all the pages, which is what this is right here. I think I'm going to go with this one, which is right here. So I'm just going to do something different. I'm going to punch each corner of every page with this center design here on the Fiskars lace punch. And it's going to make a lot of mess, so the goal is just to make sure that your pages fit in there nicely and punches nicely, okay? So that's going to take some time. I'm going to go through and punch every single page just like that, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm so glad I did that off camera because it was a struggle. Like, this thing fought me every step of the way, but I did get every page stamped with or punched with that that pattern right there. So the next thing that I want to do is take my little whale tail die cut. These were fussy cutted. These were fussy cut to make this one. So I just had this image of a whale tail. In order to make that that book, I just fussy cut around it and cut those out. These are actually some die cuts that I actually have a whale tail die cut, so I went ahead and cut this out of the coordinating paper that comes with this notepad, or not this one, but you know, the paper pack, and I inked around the edges. So let's just do that really quickly. And where you place your whale tails are completely up to you. These are just decorative tabs that's going to go on the edge of the notebook. And again, depending on which direction you have your notebook facing, that'll determine where you place your whale tails. So I'll just show you again really quickly. If you want your notebook or journal to open this way, like that, it's best to place your whale tails on the edge here. But if you have it decorated to go this way, you can place your whale tails on either side of the book to go here, like that. And that's even cute. I mean, not on the first page, but definitely on the second page, right? So I think that's still even very cute. Okay, so the decision is yours. The orientation of your book is absolutely up to you. You can make it a notebook or a notepad, and I am just going to have mine open the same way that I had the previous one open, and just glue my whale tails staggered somewhere in here like that. So I'm going to place that one there using some Fabrifix glue. Make it nice and easy. It'll glue just about anything, paper to paper, paper to fabric, fabric to fabric, and it'll definitely hold this down in place right about there. Okay, just making sure that everything is lined up and nice and even, and then I'll probably place my other one somewhere in the back here. Like here. So anyway, guys, this is just a quick little Try It Thursday, and using up our 12 by 12 paper packs is the ultimate goal. Especially when you have as many as I do. I probably have about 50 or so paper packs in my craft room, and I just need to use them up and figure out different ways to help you guys use up yours. So that's all we're doing. I hope you guys are having a super crafty day and are doing wonderful things, getting ready for the weekend. I'm actually going camping this weekend, so you may not get a stress-free Saturday video from me this week because I'll be camping. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Now I'm just gonna glue on my the book cover decoration here, and again, just Fabrifix glue for my book plate. Push those brads back into place, hidden behind the paper, and right about there. Pretty simple. Use up your paper packs, guys. There's no point in just having pretty paper sitting on your shelves. We got to use them up. In order for us to get new ones, you got to use up the old ones. And again, this paper is from, I don't know, late 90s, maybe early 2000s. I just found it actually when I was doing my reorg of my room. So by the way, check out that video right up here. I'm going to place that Craft Room 2.0, the Craft Room tour, right up here in the corner. So please check that out. And the channel is growing, guys. I am super stoked. We're at 300 subscribers now. So pretty soon we'll be doing our 500 subscriber giveaway. And that drawer over there that I showed you is filling up with all sorts of goodies, die cuts, stickers, washi. There's all kinds of things in there, not to mention the 2 yards of the Edith Holden-esque fabric that I'm giving away. So just go ahead and keep sharing the video with all your friends and family, and don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button down below. So thanks so much for all of you guys who are definitely sticking around to the end of my videos and hanging out with me and crafting along with me. So yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys for that, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you right here. I hope you guys have a super crafty day and stay naturally curious, and I'll talk to you in the next video.